Okay. This is next gen videos.
That's right. Hey, Larry, it's E3 again.
Yeah, I love E3.
Hi, what are you most excited for this E3?
Uh, Xbox. It's right there.
I do love Xbox.
I like Spartan Total War.
I like to call
Total
it
Warrior, I guess it was.
I like to call it the Direct Xbox.
Okay. Because when
Anyway.
you see it, you walk directly towards it.
That's right. Drawn in by its magnetic pole. I have set the game that I am playing to Fusion Frenzy because it's Bill Gates' favorite game.
Okay.
You know.
There was no Fusion Frenzy for the 360.
No, unfortunately not. That's why it's Bill Gates' least favorite Xbox.
It had Cameo.
Did have Cameo, yeah. Oh, maybe I should have set the game to Cameo.
You should have. Every time you see Cameo, you should be saying, "Now, man, what's that word? A word up."
Since we're going through this intro, I just want to mention I watched the original Falco music video for Der Kommissar again, and I really love how that whole thing is just him running in front of a green screen with cop cars chasing him. It's fantastic.
Yeah, that's all you had to do back then.
I wish we could go back to the simpler days of music videos where that was it. That was all you had to achieve.
The Inhale. One of the best console designs.
Yeah,
One of the last wacky ones.
I mentioned, I think
Call
on
us
the last
losers.
stream that we did, that the first time I saw that was just on the front of a magazine cover, and I was way into how that console looked. I think just like the form factor of it is what sold me on it.
There are a lot of good games in this intro.
Yeah. Unlike the Sony one, which had barely any video games.
Yeah. Well, you know, like we said, they were still a year out from their console even coming out.
Yeah, that's fair.
Saints Row.
Yeah, that's coming out next month,
all this
right?
this fake Ghost Recon footage. Saints Row definitely still coming out this year.
Wait, they did actually announce that they delayed that, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's like August or something.
That's what I thought. Oh man, Rumble Roses.
No, it's Dead or Alive 4.
Oh, that was it? Okay.
Yeah, it's La Mariposa.
Look. She looks like she could have come out of Rumble Roses, to be fair.
Well, sure.
My defense. Those are both very horny video games.
Rumble Rose is a lot more so, really.
Oh, yeah.
'Cause that was like the whole game. My main in Dead or Alive was my boy Jan Lee. The Darkness is one of the best games on the 360 and probably ever. So sorry, Max.
Hi, my name is Kim.
There's a teleprompter. Summer Glau is here to promote the newest Joss Whedon TV show that will get canceled after one season.
Hello, and my name is Kim. I'm here to start you on a journey into the future of entertainment. It's a future
got in that bag?
It's an Xbox.
No.
I bet you she's going to pull an Xbox out of that bag.
You can't fit an Xbox in that bag. Xbox is huge.
A future where those games connect me to the people and experiences.
See, they were already thinking about the Kinect this early in. She said it right there.
Right here.
Someday we're going to have a Sesame Street game made by Double Fine for some reason.
I told you, boom, an Xbox.
That's a fake one.
They changed that, like, front flap, didn't they?
Yeah, I don't think it had the two segments.
Yeah.
Also, I don't
Turning on this
remember those
demonstration
little legs
Xbox
on it.
and it immediately red rings. Now, just right out the gate, they're showing you can turn the console on by pushing a button on the controller. Like, I remember back...
Blades!
Yes!
Blades! Remember when Xbox had like an easily navigatable UI?
Hell yeah! So the thing that pisses me off the most about that emulator is it does not emulate the actual, like, operating system, so you can't have blades on it.
Oh.
Just want to emulate Blades.
It was just like, hey, here's your games. Here's Xbox Live. Here's Marketplace. That's all you need.
Yeah.
Oh, and Media was like the other one.
It is still surreal to me, though, logging into the Xbox like homepage now and seeing like avatars and stuff, which have been done away with. Like, I still have my Agent Dale Cooper avatar because I was getting way into Twin Peaks back then.
Uh-huh. I still have it still shows you your avatar on the Xbox sometimes.
Oh, okay.
When you look at, like, your friends list, like, comparing achievements, like, they'll be there at the top. It's weird, but they show up occasionally.
Look, I did not buy the Xbox One because
it's Mr. Chief.
All the TV stuff turned me off, and
there's Mark.
Did not buy a Series X because I've been sold a bill of goods with PlayStation.
What?
Faceplates. See, wood grain faceplate. Just make one for the fucking PS5, please.
Please welcome Robbie Fox, Jay Allard, and Peter Moore.
Yes, Jay Allard. This is the best Jay Allard fit, also. This is canonical Jay Allard. Is this where Peter Moore shows the tattoo?
Oh god, I hope so.
I think it is. That might have been the next year.
Dude's got a neck like a Thumbs character.
Steve away to Kirk looking MFer.
About a new product. It's inspired by the creative power of the individual and driven by the passion of a worldwide community. With Xbox 360, we've created technology that will enable people from
I do like the stage that they're on with this like low frame rate swirl.
Yeah, and like the weird angle.
Yeah.
It's a product that'll bridge vast distances through shared stories and shared experiences.
Like obviously, because we did this last time, Sony was still like doing old E3 press conference, like just here's a bunch of graphs. Like Microsoft is pushing into the proper good era of E3.
Yeah. I mean, Xbox always was kind of ahead of that. Like, they would have those events with, like, here was The Rock talking to Bill Gates.
Well, I mean, that makes sense considering, you know, Microsoft's history with press conferences in general, like going back to doing press.
Yeah, Steve Ballmer freaking out.
Yeah.
I agree, Max. The hoodie under a blazer is very cool. Like, business casual pirate was like Jay Allard's thing.
Celebrate the launch of the world's most powerful game platform, Xbox 360. Xbox 360 is an entertainment experience that revolves around you and will take us all in.
Oh, now I get it. Oh, finally makes sense.
It will transform the way people play games and have fun. In the next generation video
Nothing is more fun than getting in contact with customer support for the third time because my system broke again.
Shut up. Nobody cares.
I care.
many times larger than we've ever dreamed of.
Get over it.
Piece of crap console.
A decade ago.
Now we've traveled a long way since we stood on stage 4 years ago at E3 to tell you about our plans for a new console called Xbox. Since then,
Remember when console generations only lasted 4 years?
more than 20 million.
Yeah.
Good old days.
Yeah.
The all or nothing days. Blood by the gallon.
I mean, that...
This day in entertainment history.
That generation, though, still, like, the two biggest we stepped in at moments for both of these guys were the Red Ring thing, but also that, like, PSN hack.
One single day.
Yeah.
4 years ago, Microsoft had never sold a game console at retail. Last Christmas holiday season, Xbox was the #1 selling console in North America. 3 years ago, we announced our plans to expand gameplay through the power of online gaming.
Like, eventually we'll get their apology E3, because that one was
2 million subscribers
also something.
online with
Yeah.
Xbox Live.
Also, Max, if you can let us know if the audio is fine, I tested it out, but never be too sure.
Great games, and an unbelievable ecosystem of partners. The industry's leading online game service.
A PSN hack is the reason, like, to this day, I don't have a credit card attached to my PlayStation
I made the
account.
mistake of putting a credit card into it to buy something, and then I got charged for a renewal of PS Plus, even though I used, like, a prepaid card for that.
Providers and consumer brands.
And so I had
Cool.
I called up customer support and they thankfully like refunded me the money.
Huh.
And Xbox is setting new standards with powerhouse franchises like Splinter Cell, Dead or Alive,
Yeah.
Project
Yeah.
Gotham Racing,
Yeah.
Fable, Knights of the Old Republic.
Yeah.
In 2005, Xbox is the fastest growing platform.
Remember
Yeah,
when
Halo's
video
okay, I
games
guess.
brought you joy, Larry? Remember when they
Remember
elicited
Splinter Cell?
emotions?
Remember Project Gotham Racing?
200 new Xbox titles this year.
Sam Fisher, isn't that guy from that mobile game?
and beyond. So let's take a look at some of the new titles coming to Xbox in 2005.
Like, I'm sorry, Max, I can't do anything about my voice or Larry's voice.
And please don't
We're the way God made us.
don't say hurtful things about me.
This game makes me
This is kinda funny,
violently
like-
ill.
It's funny to start with this though, considering it had been out on PC for like a year at this point.
Yeah. I do remember people making a big deal about the orange box, though. Like,
Oh, here, the best Spider-Man game.
yeah.
All the hits. Tack the Great Choo Choo Challenge.
Batman Begins.
Yeah. The game's like 3 hours long.
Blood money.
Yeah. I don't remember that at all.
Yeah, fuck up the Hollywood sign.
It's the League.
Oh shit, you
What a
can't do
weird
that
game.
in football?
Oh, do you remember Blitz the League?
No, I don't.
The whole thing was like they did not get the NFL license because you could like have your characters addicted to steroids and stuff. It was a bunch of like gritty realism stuff, like your guys get concussions and you won't remember the names of their family. And all this stuff. The NFL was like, no, you can't do that.
Players will have to call up Vince McMahon and ask him how to get home.
Yeah, Stubbs is on. I guess that was really late.
I remember playing this Gauntlet game.
I don't think I played that one. Yes! The best multiplayer modes in any game. Best Burnout game.
I was actually
also.
thinking about how, like, multiplayer games are almost totally ruined for me at this point. Like, I just don't think they're really fun
Yes!
anymore.
Make this backwards compatible, you axe. Not Crash Tag Team Racing, but Ultimate Destruction.
Thank you for clarifying. Just very confused for a second.
Well, apparently you did not, like, adhere to the play then, because I hit exactly as you said it.
No,
with
I
your head
decided,
and-
I decided to start early. I was excited. I was excited for E3. Oh God, they made a game for that Charlie and the Chocolate Factory movie.
I guess.
I don't remember that at all.
And then used to make a lot of games back then. Yeah, that's a good Bond game.
Yeah.
What a fantastic lineup of games that truly takes advantage of today's Xbox. And it doesn't stop there. In 2006, we'll continue to market and sell Xbox consoles. By 2006, we'll have doubled the number of games on Xbox Live, and together we'll continue to sell Xbox games by the billions. Now, many gamers have been asking us
By the
if they'll be able to play
billions.
their favorite Xbox
Yeah,
game
that's right.
on Xbox.
I guess combined. Sure,
Tonight,
maybe.
we're very pleased to announce that Xbox 360 will be backwards compatible with the top-selling Xbox games.
bygone era.
Not all of them though.
No, I mean Xbox is still doing this stuff for the most part.
Yeah.
But
Like actually, the like Xbox One and Series X backwards compatibility is better than the 360 one was.
yeah, that's true.
Because there were like weird emissions.
But Larry,
in the
can I play
360.
Sneak King on the Series X?
No, unfortunately.
No, Advantage.
It's because that weird
360.
disc it had, which was like it was both an Xbox and an Xbox 360
Yeah.
game.
Yeah.
For our partners. How will we get there? Well, we'll start this Christmas holiday season when we launch Xbox 360 in North America.
It was also weird how I really needed to go out and like get all those. So there was a while where the only games I had for my 360 was Sonic 2006 and the 3 Burger King games.
Gotta have Pocket Bike Racer and Big Bumpin'.
We'll get there with the best launch lineup in game history. We'll get there by making games more approachable for people who didn't grow up with a game controller. We'll get there by offering games that deepen the social experience of playing games with your friends. And we'll get there by integrating all of your digital entertainment devices and content into your gaming experience. Working together, we
Just
will
realized I
transform
made
thought
the
leadership.
title of the last podcast the wrong thing.
Good job.
We built Xbox 360.
Well, I looked over at my paper and saw I had written down that you had said the baritones of Art Bell, and I think that I wrote that down because that was gonna be the title. But yeah.
Ah.
People think about having fun. Now, at its core, Xbox 360 is a great game console.
What was your favorite thing about the design of the 360 itself, Larry? Like
The
physically?
Inhale.
Considering what a platform can deliver.
I like the
cool,
weird-looking
it's
hard
like-
drive at the top that you can
Ladies
like
and gentlemen,
click,
Yeah, it's
click
like
on, so that it
click
gets
out.
punched to it. Yeah.
Xbox 360.
This game was really good and kind of ahead of its time in some ways, specifically with the online aspect of it. It also looked insanely good.
I'd never played this one.
This is the one with the Spartan lady in
In
it.
fact, I honestly, the last one I really sat down and put any time into is Dead or Alive 2.
Yeah.
I've not played much Dead or Alive. I remember wanting like Extreme Beach Volleyball a lot when I was younger, but I was also like 16, so of course.
Sure. But, like the thing with this is it had like persistent online lobbies.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah.
Break her
So
goddamn
you-
back.
You would have like your avatar you could sort of customize, obviously not an Xbox avatar, it was before that.
Monkey.
And you could like run around in the lobby and watch the other fights as they were going on or do other stuff in there. It was
Oh, that
cool.
sounds cool.
Yeah.
You push that dude into a monkey. God damn, I should have played this. Oh, fuck.
That's Chan Lee, by the way. That's my guy.
I mean, this does look really, really good for a
Yeah.
early... I almost said that was Rumble Roses again. What the fuck is wrong with me?
There's Kevin Nash, by the way. Remember him?
Yeah. This was around when the Dead or Alive movie came out, too, wasn't it?
The movie was after this.
Yeah, we... when did we watch it? It was probably like 2007 or something.
Probably.
Good movie, by the way. One of the better video game film adaptations. It's up there with Mario.
Yeah, it was right after this. It was 2006.
Oh,
So. Also funny how like Ryu has probably been in more Dead or Alive games than Ninja Gaiden games at this point.
Yeah. Max is having some
Oh,
problems.
Sorry, Jay.
Oh, Jay is having problems.
Yeah. Hitomi also very good.
Their names usually show up as different colors for me, except today where their names are now the same color. So.
Oh, weird.
Yeah.
Also, yeah, that ending is great.
It's actually, they're both orange, but one of them is like a sharper orange and the other one is slightly duller.
For me, one's orange and one is yellow. Kevin Nash got hit by a car.
God, fuck. Check out this skeleton.
Yeah, did you not see the skeleton before?
No, I think I was looking at the chat.
They animated it like purposefully jerky so it looks like Ray Harryhausen
Oh,
effect.
that's great.
Yeah.
Is this backwards compatible?
I don't know. It might be.
I don't want to make all the clicky sounds on here, but I'm curious how much this costs on like eBay or something.
Probably not much. This has one of the most garbage final bosses too. Yep, here she is. The Gu Kasumi. Like infamous for being like an SNK level cheesy final boss. What do you mean, what, Jay? It's ending.
We gotta watch
there
JoJo's
is to-
Bizarre Adventure. We gotta do a different podcast now.
Well, yeah, but then also after that's over,
Yeah.
I'm sick of having to, like, record and edit something every week.
Yeah.
I've been at it long enough.
Yeah.
Sorry to you and the other 9 other like, loyal listeners.
I mean, that is
Yeah,
the
yeah.
only that is the only podcast we have. I mean, we got the JoJo's thing, but that's
Team Ninja has taken Dead or
Yeah.
Alive and gaming to the next level.
at this point the JoJo's thing is an obligation. If they do another like part 7, we gotta do it again.
Oh, sure.
And arm them with
But also, I probably like that more anyway.
Yeah, no, I do too.
There's been a lot of discussion recently about when the next generation of video games begins.
Like, really, this year has kind of
Begins right now.
sucked in general. It's like, there's nothing coming out, nothing to talk about.
Yep.
And there's plenty more where that came from. This year we'll have between 25 and 40 titles ready this
I love these out of sync hand motions.
Yeah, you gotta put him on a delay, you know, in case he does anything rude.
Titles in development. And the arrival of Xbox 360 signals a shift as important as any shift we've seen in the industry to date.
I'm kind of going back to something you said earlier about how generations used to be 4 years. How long do you think this one's going to last?
Games that appeal to everyone.
The fact that it's had such a slow start to it.
We've talked about this before, but I think it's... There aren't really going to be generations per se anymore. I think they'll keep putting out, you know, like a pro or whatever they want to call it, like a next iteration every 4 or 5 years, which to me is fine.
But at that very same time, we narrowed our scope to a much more limited demographic. Today, we're poised to make the leap again, this time from 3D to the HD era. Now, of course, the HD era is about high-definition graphics. And
The HD era means if you're playing Dead Rising on an SD TV, you can't read anything.
I was playing my 360 on a SD TV for a very long time. I think it was Deus Ex that made me go get like an actual proper TV because I couldn't read anything.
Wow.
Yeah.
Create games and experiences that really deliver on the promise of the HD era. As an industry, we'll take
I mean, it might surprise you, Larry. I really hung on to CRTs.
in the HD era.
Not long enough, though, it turns out.
Nope.
With our medium. This is a great industry. It's a great business. Our revenues keep growing faster than music, than movies, than television. We're at the cutting edge of technology and the leading edge of imagination. But we used to fill the living room with kids and adults, men and women. But today, we're relying mainly on one type of consumer. Now, don't get me
Incels.
wrong, we love that guy, the 18 to 34-year-old male. He's the backbone of the industry.
He's never seen a pussy in his life. He keeps buying our games. We love him.
To get the incredible
That's
gaming
me.
experience that he craves.
We're talking about the Georges and Larrys of the world. Fine, upstanding folks.
That will fill that couch up with
I'm talking about that guy standing directly behind me in the red shirt.
How on the earth are we going to do that? Well, it takes a product with clear, compelling vision, a vision that living entertainment is powered by human energy. And Xbox 360 is that.
Oh no, is this the Matrix?
We believe that when you unlock the power of human energy, we're going to bring
Oh,
everybody
I'm gonna
back.
jack right into my
At the
Xbox.
same time, we're going to unlock the potential not only of the medium, but of the entire industry. Next generation, 1 billion people will play our games.
Is
And
that
it's
lady
not just because
like
they
sitting
figured out the
sideways?
famous combo move, or they figured out how to get past level 14.
Look,
But
he's
because
keeping
we've
it
unlocked the
casual,
secret
so
to
the
create
audience can
games
keep it casual
and
too.
entertainment experiences that
You
they
know,
can
let's
call
just
their own.
jam.
Yeah.
You know, Jay Allard's gonna
Games
get
that
a
provide
chair and sit in it
entertainment experiences
backwards.
that
Yeah,
appeal
we're
to
all
everyone.
friends here. We're cool.
Yeah,
been working
let's
for
rap
years
for a
to
little
fulfill this
while
vision.
about Jesus.
And the result is Xbox 360. It's the product I've always dreamed of creating. It's the product that will fill the living room back with people who can't get
Pulls out a
can't wait to
vape
get their
pen,
hands on
blows
the
a real
controller.
thick cloud,
To get
just to
into
let
the
you know
game,
he's
to be
one of you.
part of the excitement, and to join us in the community. They want to bring their own creativity to the
No
experience
pressure rap
and pay
section.
off the true promise of our medium. The essence of our vision is reflected in the name, Xbox 360. It's the product that delivers experiences where the player is always at center stage. You can see the essence of the vision in the console itself. When we designed Xbox 360, we wanted to create a physical
That's
product
right, Max.
that would be truly international. We collaborated with two of the best and most innovative design firms in the entire world. HER's Experimental Design Laboratory in Osaka, Japan, and Astro Studios
Those guys are
in
cool.
San Francisco.
Those guys are not.
What they created is a product that distilled our vision to the very essence.
This dude drugged
guy on the
out
left.
here on the left. Yeah.
I was gonna say,
Design that reflects our hopes
it's
for
like
the
Sean
medium
Gunn.
through its brightness and its optimism. It's a product that'll be
Someday I'm gonna get to do mocap for Rocket Raccoon.
When we started the console, but the unity of our vision extends to the entire family of products.
That's the face
that
I
will
make
all
when I
upgrade
play
the living room,
Xbox 360.
no matter where you put 'em.
That's Head. They stole him
They
from Al
include a
Snow.
wireless controller that finally untethers the gamer from the console.
That one was just for Jay.
Even with batteries, it'll be lighter, smaller, and more comfortable
It's a good controller.
than today's Xbox controllers.
Yep.
Also, yeah, no shit. The original Xbox controllers were terrible.
Well, the S was alright.
Let's sit down
It was,
and,
It
like,
was
the
too
black and white
too
buttons were
big
weird.
for my hands. The Duke was impossible for me to even pick up.
Cameo.
experience. Right here, you hit the
Back
Xbox
and
guide
forth.
button, and you launch the user
Oh, check out the
interface
frame rate
to
of
the
this video
HDR.
game.
Uh-huh.
This is real
It's an
good.
interface that's clean, consistent, and customizable.
Yes? Yeah?
That's right.
Uh-huh.
Another click,
Yeah.
and you have instant
Why would you
access
ever
to
get rid of it?
your
I don't know.
friends
You just open
all
it and
your
there's everything you need.
Here's my gamer card.
God.
Everybody in Xbox
Pro
Live
protagonist was
friends
his
list a game tag.
gamer tag.
But this time, we're going to take it to the next level with new features like the gamer card.
Beat him and win a customized
Your gamer
Xbox
card,
360
kinda like your
faceplate.
online trading card. It includes your reputation,
Stand up, Allard!
score, the zone
No,
you like to play.
he's chilling.
With zones, you're going to be able to match up with players who silent
Cut
play
back, he's in a beanbag chair.
So whether you're in the family zone or in the pro zone, you're guaranteed to
You know,
match up
Judas was given 30 pieces of silver for betraying Jesus. But let me tell you
We've also
about
added a new
Xbox
concept
Live
called
Gold.
achievements. Now these are sort of a record of everything you've accomplished across your entire library of games. Let's say you haven't figured out that final achievement in PGR3. Just ask a friend online. In the
Your
age
friend
we are,
Jesus, that is.
Community and connection is critical. With
For a
live
second, I was thinking, like, wait, did they try to do something like that PlayStation hint system they have now that nobody uses?
No.
And I was like, no, just, like, ask somebody.
Let's call up Larry when he's in the middle of something.
Did you find the mystery gamer?
Whether you're playing a game, watching a movie, listening to music, at any point in time, your friends are
Losty
just
girl.
a click away. Let's say you played online with somebody that you like.
Sniper Monkey is busy. He does not have time for your press
On the Xbox
conference.
360 universe, You can easily
You could be in the family zone or the home zone. You really want to get into the heaven zone. I feel like Max has had a lot of experience with like youth pastors because the stuff's too good.
We're going to make it easier and more accessible than ever before to join the
No,
community.
Max, I don't mean like a person using it. I mean the developers not implementing it into their games.
Free level of service directly out of the box.
Yeah, that whole card system is just like entirely non-existent.
No, it's just basically trophy trackers at this point.
Yeah.
Everything I've just shown you will
Which to be fair, I think we predicted that as exactly what it was going to end up becoming.
and if you want to
Yeah, like nobody's gonna put in the effort to like make tutorial videos for these things.
The same thing with the Rumble, where like it's really, really good in Astro's Playroom, and then everything
Yeah.
else like might kind of use it a little bit.
Yeah, and the trigger stuff, like the trigger resistance.
Yeah, that is mostly just for guns, where you have the exact same kind of like pressure halfway down.
Which is also annoying. And then in Deathloop, like it seemed like that would be a good idea. Like it'll lock it up if your trigger, like your gun jams, but like your guns never jam except for like the very first one you get.
I mean, it's still really good hardware in that controller. It's just a shame that no one's like really, utilizing it.
Yeah.
I want more of like specifically in Astros when you're walking on sand and it's got that very granular kind of rumble to your footsteps. Like,
Oh, I like the rain stuff too.
yeah,
Rain
that
was
stuff
cool.
is really, really good.
people like this guy, Stryker. He's our hardcore gamer.
I bet they will. I bet like there will be some good stuff in like Horizon and God of War.
To be fair, not many people are using it, but there's also not been many video games.
Yeah,
So,
especially first party ones.
yeah.
Before he mixes it up online with the best of the best. Well, last generation we opened a whole
Real men wear kilts. Scotland, English.
This guy's rep is only 3 stars, by the way. Like you should avoid him.
Yeah.
Xbox Live.
God, I remember playing Gears of War and people asking for rep at the end of matches.
Yeah, I don't think it even did anything.
Oh.
To battle online. And hardcore gamers are going to love seeing
Same with like the zone,
spectator
like
mode and tournaments really coming
core
alive
or underground
in
or
Xbox
whatever.
360. There's no doubt in my mind Xbox 360 is going to thrill the hardcore gamers that live and breathe video games. But that's not going to get us to $1 billion. Not everyone is driven by the need to crush their opponent on the field of battle. So we've also built in experiences for the casual gamers and the non-gamers of our world. Let's talk about Velocity Girl. Pick up a controller every once in a while over to friend's house.
2 stars. What's she been up to?
Not a central part of
Velocity Girl's been saying slurs on Xbox Live.
that we've struggled with in this industry for the last 20 years. How
You know, she's in the R&R zone.
girls of the world reconnected to our industry and back into the game. With Xbox 360, we have an answer. She's going to rejoin us because we're delivering a fresh set of services designed to nurture community and to broaden gameplay.
It is interesting they're putting this much focus on this kind of thing, though.
More
Yeah.
casual game experiences on demand through the Xbox Live Arcade. Whether retro,
You can play
puzzle, or just
Zuma.
plain time-killing games like Solitaire,
Like, I did spend, like, a lot of time in this stuff. Like, the one generation, the one console where I got way into, like, gaming with other people online was the
Yeah.
Xbox 360.
Yeah.
Like, you and I did that
I
often.
mean, oh yeah. I mean specifically the whole thing about like broadening their base, like not
yeah,
just
sure.
going for the young male
is going to
type.
introduce gamers
Sure.
to the latest entertainment.
Wait until I tell you about the Xbox One, how they're going to broaden that base.
It's going to deepen the game
Oh yeah.
Have you heard of something called TV?
play and already
Everyone loves TV. Everybody loves watching TV on their game console.
new levels, new weapons, new cars, and much, much more. But maybe most exciting, the
Yep,
market
I agree.
is gonna have a way to get
I
Velocity
feel
Girl
that and the Xbox Live Arcade,
and re-engage with
both
gamers.
huge, basically caused the rise of indie video games.
I mean, like, outside of the big obvious thing, the big thing that they kind of stepped in, like, they really had it together this generation.
She'll be able to
Yeah.
design and
Unlike Sony, who was constantly just tripping all over themselves.
and even design her own theme
Well,
parks.
time is a flat circle.
Gamers like Stryker.
Please buy my NFT
We're
shirt.
also going to provide Velocity Girl with great experiences around the games. Experiences that extend
Velocity Girl keeps messaging me about crypto.
like the ability to watch favorite bands
Give her a 1.
on Xbox Live or even premiere a new song. We'll also transform the way that she communicates. Last generation, we led the way with voice chat over Xbox Live. This generation, we're going to break new ground again, this time with video chat that's going to let people see and hear each other at the same time, whether they're playing games,
Uno.
sharing music, or watching photos.
Velocity Girl's going
I
to get
love
on
to watch
mic.
photos.
Velocity Girl's going to get on mic once, see what reaction it gets, and then never get on mic
Somebody else
again.
in mind. Here's Beat Builder. Beat Builder is our technology trendsetter. The one that has
Beat
all
Builder's a
the
cool
devices
dude. Look at that guy.
the world know where the world
At first I thought you said Beef Builder.
Just
I was like,
uploading
that's
his
a good name.
He's uploading his employee ID photo.
It's all digital. And he wants to see it all on his high-def TV. Xbox 360 is perfect for Beat Builder because
Velocity Girl keeps messaging me, telling me she wants to blast my bussy, whatever that means. I told her the only person that can blast my bussy is Jesus Christ in the kingdom of heaven.
Xbox 360 is going to connect
Thank you,
to a
Max.
world of digital entertainment devices, including hundreds of mobile music players and digital cameras.
Oh, remember the Zune?
Why is the PSP
Remember the
there?
Zune? You could hook your Zune up to the Xbox.
Why is the PSP there?
I don't know.
It's really
It's
weird.
a little suspicious.
This is the ultimate digital entertainment amplifier for all these experiences.
Him pointing at it like he's going, this guy right here.
That's going to make the movies
I still have my Zune,
more
Max.
spectacular.
Larry made fun of me so much for having a Zune, but it was
Also the projector
fine.
that lets you show up on your
I would
big
like a
screen
Zune now,
TV
but you can't get them anymore.
in your living room.
Everybody comes around
ahead.
on the Zune eventually.
Well, no, it's because they stopped making
Stop
iPods.
playing games. Beat Builder's going to use this
That's why they come around on it, Larry.
open the door to incredible new high-definition experiences. He'll be able to sample and purchase content online. He'll be able to stream high-definition entertainment stored on his Media Center PC. He'll be able to bring
Ooh,
this
3 doors
entire
down.
experience to life in his living room.
Oh no, we're going to get content
You
ID.
can only play 20 seconds of this.
Fuck.
Oh, no. All right, I have to keep talking over 3 doors down.
I
go crazy. Then will you still come as Superman?
No, that's also going to get us content ID'd. Larry, no, you can't sing the song that's also going to get us content ID'd. I'm actually...
Okay.
I'm sorry, I'm muting it for a second because I am...
Okay, it's over now. It's just going to show clips from a copyrighted movie instead.
Great! Well, that's awesome. We're not going to be able to monetize this video and make like a fraction of a cent off the 3 views it will get.
No, this is even worse. The commissioner of football is going to come for us.
God damn it!
Striker! Stop bothering me.
Well, you all saw the touchdown, but you might
No,
have missed
play
the invite.
Cameo!
Only on Xbox 360 will your high definition.
Can't see that link,
entertainment
Max. Is it an
experiences
eBay for a
all be connected.
Zune?
That's right.
Probably.
We designed a single device that's going to let you purchase music, purchase
Send it to me
movies
on
online,
Discord.
and stream high definition entertainment, whether it's movies or pro sports. All the while
How much is it, Max?
staying connected to your live community. Connected to your community all the time. in high def.
$81.99.
Striker, Velocity Girl, Beat Builder. We're checking off the list.
All your
But
favorites.
these are just some of the people that we thought about on our journey to build the ultimate entertainment product with truly massive appeal.
Striker's gamer pick looks like Gomer Pyle in Full Metal Jacket.
The potential of this medium by working together to reach 1 billion people.
Gotta do some bad stuff to Arlie Ermy.
And we've got them all covered. Alright, that's an interesting demographic too. Billionaires.
What was the demographic?
I don't know.
It's kind of a niche market, but I think we've pretty much got it sewn up.
Oh, I'm so curious what it is now.
You're gonna have to go find that raw video then from the stream and like seek that part out.
Yeah.
Of creators and knock the socks off of customers. But Steve was right too. there's a lot more to it than pure computing power.
Eve
With
Steve?
XNA, we're going to satisfy the needs of game creators to make sure that they have the best in software and best in tools so that you get the best in games. We're also going to form new partnerships to really bring the true potential of the HD era home. And we're thinking about customers more broadly than ever before. So together, Steve and Bill are both right.
How many cameras do you think they set up for
The
this?
software and a world-class service to create the most powerful game
360.
platform ever created.
Yeah. Well, I'm thinking like there's this. Yeah, there's this one that rotates around. There's one I think focused on the screen at all times.
For years. And it's a platform that no other company in this industry.
I was going to say there's the
I
rap
played to the
sesh.
hard cam.
I was going to say there's the rap sesh cam, but I think that was just it, the one that was moving.
Well, there's at least 4.
Yeah.
Next generation, this platform
about
will
that, like,
enable us to turn the
higher one.
entire world into gamers. And
I like how they got this 360 stage because, you know, branding, but like
we built the Xbox
a quarter of this
360
audience is forced to
some
look
of the
at Jay Allers' ass the entire time.
that are shaping
Never
the
turns
Worst.
around.
One of those is the urge to personalize.
Yeah, it should be like that U2 stage.
And next generation, you'll be able to personalize just about everything.
Designing my custom character to look like Jay Allard because, hey, if I gotta stare at an ass the whole game, am I right?
Personality, or add a favorite photo as a wallpaper. And with faceplates, you're going to be
We're all
able to
blessed in the
add
kingdom of
your
heaven, Max.
console to your interests, your living room decor, or even your own personal sense
This
of
guy
style.
weird that shut down was just mapped
In
to the
fact,
X
As a
button.
thank you, on your way out tonight, we're going to be giving you all a limited edition E3 faceplate.
And a pocket Bible.
What? Oh,
I remember that one.
All right.
Yeah, me too.
Down. It's not an HD TV, but it will be a collector's piece.
I
Now, speaking of collector's pieces, I made a one-of-a-kind
I feel like they put
faceplate
that one out
for our next
at other
presenter.
points in time, though.
Please
I think so.
welcome me in
It was
introducing
maybe slightly different. Why are you ending this with like a Aqua Teen Hunger Force bit? That's very funny. I'm bald.
Thank you, Jay. So to begin to understand the promise of the future of video games, think about some of the most absorbing experiences you've
Bell-bottom pants.
Like many of you in the audience this evening, I'm a runner. There's that place that you can sometimes reach on a long run where you achieve a kind of perfect mind-body equilibrium. It's been called the Zen of running. In the HD era, we're going to deliver the Zen of gaming. Next generation games will combine unprecedented audio and visual experiences to create worlds that are beyond real.
It should have just
And they'll deliver
been
storylines
per
in the
club for
gameplay
men, Max. That's all
so
you needed.
compelling
That's pretty
that
good.
it will feel like living a lucid dream. The result
I'm lucid
is a
gaming,
state
baby.
where you achieve the perfect
That means I'm
mind-body
playing games while I'm
equilibrium
awake. I can't play games while I'm
Yeah.
asleep. That's just
You know,
stupid.
and you become
when we were like
completely
eating
immersed
rotten
in the game
eggs
itself.
in Resident Evil 5,
That
that was
was-
the zen of gaming.
That was the Zen of Gaming, yeah.
This controller becomes an extension of your body. It becomes the gateway.
But what if the controller was your body, Peter?
It's like getting
So
into
let's see
David
what's
Cronenberg
possible when the most
existence
creative
territory
minds in the
now.
world of game development have access to the ideal canvas
Go back to the
on which
past and
express
tell
their
Peter
vision.
more about the
Let's
Kinect.
begin by stepping inside the incredible world of Lost Odyssey, a new game under development from
Lost
the
Odyssey.
legendary Hironobu
Dick and Balls
Sakaguchi,
GameCube
the
controller,
creator
no.
of the original Final Fantasy
No, I didn't
series.
either.
Oh man, Lost Odyssey.
This game was okay.
I wanted to play it and I never did get around to it.
It's free.
It's free?
Yeah, like on Xbox Live, I think you can just like go get it for free.
Oh.
At least I did at some point.
I've seen too
This
much
was
death,
no
Larry. No more
Enchanted
funerals.
Arms.
Who did this?
This was a Mistwalker game.
Okay.
So it was he said his name.
Nobu
remember,
Uematsu?
What was the music? Sakamoto, I think is his name. But then later they did Blue Dragon. They're still making games.
Yeah, but like, what did they do before this? I want to say that like there was some sort of RPG like pedigree that went into this.
Yeah, I think it was people who were from Square Enix.
It's the people who did Suikoden?
Maybe? Hironobu Sakaguchi is who I was thinking of. He was the creator of Final Fantasy. And then went to Mistwalker.
So to create
He was the creator of Final Fantasy until they put out Spirits Within, and then he was asked to leave.
I mean, Final Fantasy 1 through...
I think he was there through, like...
7.
a foundation of requirements
Yeah, but I think it was Square at least through
before
10.
it can ship on the Xbox 360 platform.
Looks like
These essentials include a minimum of
10 was the
720p
last,
high
like,
definition
one. He
resolution
was
to
executive
provide
producer
gamers
on
with
that,
true
so, you know,
visual
whatever.
clarity
He
and
didn't
fidelity.
really do anything.
Many developers are already
Looks like the
working on
last one
games
that
with
he was,
1080i.
like,
Every Xbox
really involved with
360
was 7.
will be designed
Anti-aliasing
for
as a
high
feature
definition widescreen
is...
television and will support
That's
16:9
nice.
aspect ratio to expand the storytelling canvas. Let me just state very
I do
clearly,
think it's interesting how much of the stuff they are
also
announcing at this
amazing
conference
on-standard
that are, like,
definition
completely
TVs.
taken for granted now.
In addition, Xbox
Yeah.
360
Like, a lot of this
will
was
provide anti-aliasing that gets
completely
rid of
new.
what we all call the jaggies. Well, you know what? With Xbox 360, the age of the jaggies is over.
Right, the last story for the
Superseded
Wii
by
was also a
smooth,
Mistwalker
lifelike
game.
visuals of
Blue Dragon
cinematic
came out
quality.
before Lost Odyssey. I thought it was after.
To be truly cinematic in
I'm
the next
transfixed
generation,
by his
sound
pants.
becomes incredibly important.
I know, they're so
Xbox
loose.
360 games will offer a minimum of 5.1 multi-channel sound, so you can hear the thunder of cars as they roar down the track and hear the rustle of leaves behind you in the breeze. So many people thought Project Gotham Racing 2 was one of the best racing games ever to appear on Xbox. There's no doubt that certainly it was
That's
one of
right.
the most innovative when it came to enhancing the racing experience on Xbox Live. PGR 3 will immerse you in racing like never before, with real velocity-based motion that delivers the feeling.
This
of being
GameCube
on
controller
the
is
edge of your
terrifying,
seat
by the way.
as you drive
Link it to... Oh, no, don't link it to me.
the most
I won't.
beautiful cars on the planet.
But it is like Cronenberg.
I mean,
style.
link it to me later. I don't want to, you know...
Of
All right.
spectator mode with Gotham TV. You can cheer your friends. You can scout your opponents. You can learn new tracks by seeing how more experienced players negotiate the corners. Ladies and gentlemen, start your engines.
Well, I'll have them link it before we're done with those maps.
Yeah, at least this isn't a super long conference like the other one. It's like
Yeah.
an hour 20.
Yeah.
I mean, Forza's good and all, but I really wish they'd make a new PGR.
Gotta show off cars in your new console conference.
Sure, this isn't real, but yes.
I don't think they really did that for the PS5 though, because there wasn't one.
They had some Gran Turismo thing, I think.
Max says don't make any super good jokes while he's gone. I don't think he has to worry about that.
Nope.
Probably fine.
Talk about sound. Wow. So how important is spectator mode?
Wow.
I also like how this, like, 4-3 picture Peter Moore up there on the screen also has, like, the indentations to it.
Season, 250,000 people pay $10 each to sign up for a head-to-head 30-race competition. The stakes? How about $1 million to the overall champion?
Oh.
In the final race, 16 finalists go head-to-head for the $1 million prize. And with spectator mode, 250,000 fans will log on to watch the competition. If you're the sponsor,
You don't know that, Peter.
capture the attention of hundreds of
Tell me more
thousands
about Cash Money Cash
spent the last
prizes.
6 months
Tell me
living
about
and breathing your
a
tournament.
game show that exists within the Xbox.
Yes.
So let's
Yes.
change gears here, no pun intended. maybe more than any other publisher,
I miss 1 vs 100 so damn
has
much.
been at the forefront of the quest
I do hope they bring it back.
realistic
Yeah.
environments. They're always pushing the
I keep
platform
hoping
to
that there will be
now
some
with
big
Xbox
thing that makes me go,
360,
okay, now
they
I
have
need to get an
all the
Xbox, and
horsepower they
man,
need
1
to
vs
deliver an
100 might be it.
experience that will place you completely in the moment. Tom Clancy's Ghost
Hey, Halo
Recon
does look
3
good, though.
drops you in urban warfare
Yeah, it looks like
Eh.
Halo, but
at its most intense.
Other than just calling it Ghost
and
Recon
chaotic.
3 right now. That's
You
funny.
are a soldier of the future.
Huh? Oh.
oh no, they already did it.
Yeah. It's so funny that this is like not anywhere close to like a real game, and yet this was a pretty early 360 game.
Yeah.
Like, that's not how reticles move. Come on, you could fake it better than that.
Man, this Metroid Prime game looks weird.
That's not anywhere near. Come on, man. What are you doing? You drunk on the job again?
Stryker got fucked up and recorded this footage for us.
His teammates got mad at him because he just spent all his time like shooting at concrete barriers and looking at the sky.
That's why he's got 2 stars on Xbox Live.
Yeah. That was real part of the game, at least. Like, that event happens. In a weird way, I feel like the actual game looked better than this. I was not a fan of Advanced Warfighter, though.
I did not play this one, so it's all new to me.
Yeah, it was...
I
I
love this.
like the original Ghost Recons, and that, like, really sort of arcaded it up.
Yeah. I love that frosted glass
And this
table,
is
by the
where
way.
the talented
It's
team
classy.
with visual concepts
Pretty good.
always shines. They have consistently pushed the boundaries of realism in sports video games. And tonight, it gives me great pleasure.
Okay, since this is a sports game, I want to bring up, since we talked about games not utilizing features on the PS5, was the 3D audio stuff something that is more to do with the headphones itself, or was that something that also had to be programmed into games?
It has to be in the game.
Okay, I'm glad I did not spend like $80 on that pair of headphones.
I mean, that's also, I think, kind of like an overhyped thing anyway. But I also think most audio stuff is, to begin with.
I was kind of interested with Demon Souls, kind of hearing the way that they talked about it with that, but I didn't want to spend $80 for a single video game that I was
It's
already
also
paying
just-
$70 for.
It's like, if you can hear if they're to your left or to your right, like, that's basically all you need.
Dregling's to the left of me, Dregling's to the right.
Yep, that's right. Who was that? Was that supposed to be Shaq?
It does
That's
not.
supposed to be
It
Shaq.
does not get more realistic than this. Look at how real that cloth physics is.
Wow. This past week,
Recreating this Peter Moore in Unity and spinning him around so you can see the cloth physics on his pants.
Perfect Dark Zero, a game that will redefine the multiplayer first-person shooter genre. This next title from Rare represents
We were talking on the
more than
podcast
40
like,
games
about, or maybe it was a stream, about how like fire tech has gone backwards.
Yeah.
enormous environments,
And like I've been playing Mad Max, and that still has like the best explosions of any game I've seen.
Let's look at a title that will feed the hardcore.
Everybody should be
and have
copying the
stronger
explosions
appeal
from Mad
to the
Max.
broader gaming audience.
I still need to play that game. That Mad Max game looks really good.
It's good. You can play it on Xbox and as FPS boost.
That's like how most of the things that are pushing me to want to buy a Series X is the backwards compatibility stuff and having FPS
Yeah.
boost.
Very nice.
There's been virtually
Sonic
no
Unleashed.
like first-party games on that thing that have interested me.
A legion of warriors hidden inside the body.
Cameo has FPS boost now.
Only you can
It
unleash
needs it.
Yeah, it did. I remember it did not like run this bad when it actually came out.
I do not remember what the performance was like for this game at the time it came out. But yeah, this footage is, like, fucking rough.
Earlier I said that sound is more important than ever before. Infinity Ward and Activision take sound to new heights in Call of Duty 2, the sequel to the 2003 Game of the Year. Call of Duty 2 uses advanced
thinking about the respawn of, or the trajectory of Respawn recently with the whole, like, Titanfall announcement, and just, like, their genesis with the whole suck my dick Michael thing.
You'll find yourself ducking of a cover
Double birds.
when incoming enemy fire whistles past your head.
I don't think that was real.
Let's take a look at Call of
I
Duty
really
2,
hope that it is, though.
I want to believe. I believe it
on
is real.
Xbox 360.
I don't think it is.
Yeah. My heart tells me it happened, but my brain tells me no.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And this game was so good.
Yeah.
360 had one of the best launch lineups of all time. This, you had Quake 4, you had Condemned, King Kong.
Now, obviously, graphics have come a long way since the Xbox 360, but this looked pretty good.
Oh yeah, well it ran well too.
Games looking good.
A lot
in
better
this,
than this footage.
Games looking good in this generation was really something to, like, hold on to.
Yeah.
Because boy, they got
Like, why is
fucking ugly
all
real
the
fast.
footage is so choppy. It's weird.
Yeah. I know I'm not alone in this because in a recent Digital Foundry video, even John Linneman said that, like, graphically, this generation was the worst.
I mean, I think that's more due to art direction than anything else.
Yeah, no, I mean, that's kind of what I'm getting at, too.
Everything became like brown and gray and
Yeah.
full of bloom.
Came back around, though. Last gen looked great. This gen's looking really good, too.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like maybe last was the worst. Specifically because everything ran at such bad frame rates for most of it.
Yeah, that's fair. I'm, again, mostly thinking of just, like, aesthetic design of things, like...
At least now, like, performance modes seem to be standard, which is good.
Yeah.
Role-playing game in the launch window. Morrowind was one of the best-selling role-playing
video
games
game.
ever on the Xbox.
This in Oblivion.
The sequel to this incredible
so
game
good.
is called Elder
That's what you're talking
Scrolls
about, right?
IV: Oblivion.
I've brought this up before, but my roommate bogarting my Xbox to play these fucking things non-stop, and so, like, I've not really put any time into these, but I've seen more of them than I ever wanted to see in my entire life.
Oblivion was crazy when it came out, though.
It was.
And they make their own choices based on what's going on.
But you come back into your room, you can't play fucking Orange Box because your roommate's on, like, hour 12 of this goddamn game that day.
Yeah. I probably would have done the same thing. I played a lot of Oblivion. Yeah, get all those Daedric gates, come on.
I don't blame either of you, but also it was my Xbox 360, goddammit.
Yeah. Hey, it's your guy.
Patrick Stewart.
Yep.
He's actually talking at a normal pace instead of like in Picard where he's struggling to get the words out because he's so old. It's depressing. Not even just the subject matter of that show, it's just watching Patrick Stewart that aged. God, just put Grandpa to bed. What's wrong with you people? Scrim was the first one of these I ever put any real time into, and I don't think I even got halfway through that game.
Scrim was the one where I was like, I don't need to play anymore
Yeah.
of Bethesda games. Because it was like, oh, this is like barely better than Oblivion, like all these years later. Probably worse than Oblivion, really, but like graphically and everything. I mean.
Oh yeah.
Let me guess the folks from Take-Two are somewhere over there. Yes,
Oh my god.
Let me repeat that.
Call out the industry plants.
Full-featured next-generation RPG.
I'm just thinking about how these same freaks are screaming to this day whenever their video games are shown up.
Stunning. Talking about stunning. Gears of War is the first title developed by Epic Games, exclusively for Microsoft Game Studios and the Xbox 360. Epic uses its amazing Unreal Engine 3 to create cinematic, high-definition
trailer.
visuals featuring beautifully rendered, interactive...
Yeah, but it was also like the start of the whole, like, here's a really sad mix of a pop song. Even though, like, that song is sad enough to begin with.
Yeah.
That will literally make you afraid.
But also, that cover already existed before this. Like,
Yeah.
it wasn't made for it.
Sure, and then that cover works in part because that song was kind of a downer
Yeah.
already.
The humans of Thera built a glorious
Ah, this isn't the
civilization,
one.
No. Because that was like a really early teaser.
destined to create.
It was such a good teaser, though.
Yeah.
They ultimately did what they do best.
It's also funny, that teaser, thinking about like how solemn and self-serious it is when you consider like what these games are.
This was nothing.
Just a bunch of
Yeah.
himbos with
A
chainsaw
bunch of
guns.
meatheads
Yeah.
running around with do-rags going, yeah, carve them up, Marcus.
An enemy that will force
And
humanity.
I'm
careful,
not a
Max, you're talking
botanist,
too
all I
much.
know is the plant fucking glows. Like whatever the line was.
Careful though, Max, you're talking to one of the world's biggest Tears for Fears fans. So
Goddamn right I am.
Marcus looks kind of weird here.
Love Tears for Fears, I love Duran Duran. I love Duran Duran so much I actually like the Reflex.
Marcus doesn't have the soul patch.
Oh god, put some hair on that Marcus.
Yeah.
I think this
If you
probably
like
was
the
like
reflex, I feel like you should be locked up, by the way.
I mean, I don't
I
disagree
can't
with
wait
you.
for Emergence Day. So you've seen a
Peter,
lot of
no!
60 games so far this evening. Additionally, we have many exclusives.
LA in the
from
back loved
powerhouse
it.
publishers.
I can't wait for 9/11.
THQ, Sega, Capcom, Namco, and Atari. But there's one publishing partner who hasn't been represented here on the stage this evening. They're responsible for some of the biggest franchises in the video game world.
I would
Sega.
love Stallone playing Marcus Phoenix.
NFL football.
It's not.
Hey, yo, Dom, remember the time you had to kill your wife?
And of course, FIFA.
Hey, shoot her in the face.
About Electronic Arts.
This is pretty messed up.
Please welcome Don Mattrick, the president, EA Worldwide Studios.
Oh, no.
Don Mattrick.
No! The
Here comes
Harbinger
Mr.
of Doom.
Motherfucker himself.
Hey, Don.
Everyone, please welcome the man who will destroy our brand.
I'm here to tell you about some of the great titles our teams are creating for Xbox 360. But before I start,
It's like
I
Keita
was wondering if I could
Takahashi
give
in
you
the
a little
back.
marketing tip.
I thought you were more of a
Tanahashi.
studio guy.
Right. I'm just a studio guy, and you're a marketing genius.
Thank you.
But let me offer
They
you
should
some
not let me
tips.
market anything. I should be
Campaign
assigned to the studio mines for the rest of
Like
my
what?
I
life.
love the young woman with the backpack.
That's an
But if you
incredible
don't
line,
mind, I'd like to
considering what
introduce you
happened.
To somebody just a little bit different.
Okay.
Yeah, he looks like the wax Tom Cruise from that bit on Conan.
I heard that Don Mattrick's been like practicing a new stunt where he like crawls out of the cockpit of a plane and gets like mangled in a turbine.
More than Jay and I have got, let me tell you. So let me guess.
Who's this?
I don't know.
Kim, right?
This Gronk.
I think he died in
Let me
Iraq.
introduce you to Oakland Raider All-Pro Robert
That took you a
Allen.
minute.
Friendly fire.
I hope you don't mind. I brought along a few new ideas for Xbox.
The Godfather game.
Ideas are excellent. Man, hand. Do you play games?
Yeah.
You glued these together.
Console.
I got the Xbox. What else?
No, these don't have discs in them.
It'll go Madden.
Okay. Two right answers. So how about this? I'll make you a deal. Because I'm kind of a Raiders fan. You get those Oakland Raiders back on that Super Bowl path. And the day that we launch Xbox 360, we will have a brand new Xbox 360 delivered to your house that morning.
He never got that Xbox
Tell you what,
360.
I'll hold up my end of the deal, and you better have that at my doorstep the day
yeah.
it comes out.
That's weird though. Those are 360 like cases too.
Yeah.
How did he get those? Like, what's he doing? He brought 360 games before it's out to give to Peter Moore.
Is he just freaking huge or what? I mean,
He has your home address.
That's how he got him. He has his home address. He broke into his house and stole those games.
Support of a new console. Right now, we have more than 25 EA titles in development for Xbox 360. And when it hits the stores this Christmas holiday season, our goal is to have at least 6
Don Mattrick's
EA
line
games
delivery is
waiting,
about as good as
so
ours.
gamers can see what Xbox
They should put
360
us in charge of the
power
brand, is
all
what I'm
about.
saying.
I think the EA team's up there somewhere, I sense.
The titles include Need for Speed Most Wanted, The Godfather,
Yeah, look at that Marlon Brando.
Big cheers for that Brando.
Not as good cheers for
NBA
FIFA.
Live,
Who's that? Is
Tiger
that Charles
Woods PGA
Barkley?
Tour,
I think Godfather's gotten the biggest cheers out of all these.
NFL
Yeah.
06.
Oh, never mind.
Oh, okay, Madden.
Next, I want to show you some gameplay footage that reflects the breadth
No, you
and
won't.
depth of EA's support. We have a montage of imagery captured from 6 titles, followed by gameplay captured from Need for Speed Most Wanted.
Okay, so they admit this is fake. These are images from the games, and then gameplay from Need for Speed.
Montage of it. Yeah, that's a real good image.
The Need for Speed game looked pretty good when it came out.
It's a fucking jam, man.
The new metal and flashing on Tiger Woods' face. Yeah!
Detroit goes to a zone defense.
Thrash metal while Tiger Woods crashes his car.
Oh, there's Luca Brasi.
Yeah.
He's right there.
This is fucking music choice.
It's 2005. This is like basically a newsreel from that era.
Never a worse time to be alive than the early aughts, man.
Yeah, it was 2005. Madden on the march.
George Bush was in the White House and everybody was playing The Godfather.
Peter Moore is here to tell you all about the newest offerings from the Xbox 360. I don't remember if this is the one with FMV stuff. I think that was Underground. Which means Underground was better.
I do not remember.
I think Kelly Hu was in it.
I have some Burnout game that I got just the disc for, and so it's inside like a Sneak King case, because I had 2 Sneak Kings, so I hollowed one of them out. Throw that disc in the trash, put Burnout in there.
Good shift.
Early shift.
It's weird. It's like a QTE.
Now I can pretend that I'm the car.
I hate bumper cams in games.
Vroom,
So
vroom,
much.
beep beep, I'm a car. Yeah, fuck the cops, man.
Hey, Cap. They're not even gonna try to follow. Okay.
Murder a bunch of police and then peel out. Pretty good.
Excellent.
And Peter, there's more where that came from. EA is 100% committed to a successful launch of Xbox 360. We couldn't be happier with the support we're getting from Microsoft, and we couldn't be more excited about the possibilities as this relationship continues to grow.
Great. Thanks, Don. Thank you very much. I appreciate your support.
To say a nice thing about Don Mattrick, his presentation skills got better over time. It's a shame about everything else.
So I think you can see
But
why we're
yeah.
so excited about the future of Xbox 360. All of these games, all of these visuals, all that power in this one box.
I love games. I love
Without
visuals.
a doubt,
I
this
love
is the best
boxes.
team of developers and publishers working on any game platform anywhere in the world. And with their support, we will have the best launch lineup in the history of video games.
It was a pretty good launch
Thank you.
lineup.
Yep.
I don't know if it's the best, but
I don't know. It might be, actually.
Thanks, Peter. We are thrilled by the great support.
that's right, Max. I'm
and breadth
very
of
straight.
titles that all of our publishing partners are delivering
I love
for Xbox
boxes.
360. Now, earlier when Peter said that we have all of the
And
world's best
also,
publishers,
people famously still use the term box in 2021.
tonight
Right.
we are pleased to provide the final piece of the puzzle.
Like saying
I'm
Moxie.
very excited to announce that one of the world's great publishing houses is creating games for
E3's
Xbox
Skidoo.
360. I'm honored
This
to
reminds me,
present
did you know
our newest
B-52s
partner.
put out an album in 2008?
Yeah, sure, why not? Boom, 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 boom. Look at that beefy boy.
What is this?
I don't know. I don't think this came out.
Very Final Fantasy looking.
Yeah, it does. Kind of reminds me of Folklore, but that was a PS3 game. Oh, it's Final Fantasy 11.
Oh. Well, hey, I was not far off. I see it looked like Final Fantasy.
See, I wondered if maybe that was it, but then I was like, this looks like single-player stuff. I did not recognize any of it from my time playing Final Fantasy 11, which granted was not very long because it's a bad game.
I bring this up every single time, but MMO Final Fantasies should not be given numbers. Terrible.
Well, today, early access has started for Final Fantasy 14, so I'll see you in a couple of months, I guess.
Danny was telling me about it, so I knew this day was coming.
Uh-huh. It's messed up, though. I was going to, like, install the new expansion and then actually add my game time card Monday once I'm off, but you can't update the game unless you have an active subscription.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's my
Weird.
pleasure to introduce Mr. Yuichi Wada, president of Square Enix.
How is the state of Guild Wars 2, Max? I'm curious about it. I played some of the first one, but
Good to see you.
not a lot.
Thanks for being here.
Everyone coming here like kind of business casual, big pants, baggy clothes. This dude's class act. Pressed, fitted suit.
Yeah, I mean, we saw him at the E3 one, too. Or, I mean, the Sony one.
Look, dude's got pinstriping.
Yeah. Coming out here like video game Marlon Brando.
That will bring new levels of interactivity and self-expression to video games. So tonight, I'm very excited to be able to announce
Very excited to announce Final Fantasy XI, a game everyone's gonna love.
with Microsoft and Xbox to bring our games to Xbox 360 and Xbox Live.
I mean, the thing is, like, having an MMO on a console like this was a pretty big deal.
Sure, but it's also
It
good.
tried on PS2, but
It's also good they didn't go in too hard and form some sort of exclusivity agreement with them, considering how dismal the 360's install base was in Japan.
yeah.
There was someone who did that. I can't remember which company.
Fantasy Star.
Right.
Fantasy Star Universe, I think, was exclusive to 360. Maybe
Didn't
not.
they
I think it
have
was.
like a market share of like 5% or something like that this whole generation?
Yeah. Yeah, in Japan.
Users of Xbox Live,
It's fine, we got the Japanese back for the PS3.
the world's
Our small install bases go.
This is something we've dreamed about in the past.
I mean, it was still better than 5% because a lot of people lost their credit card information.
That we will bring Final Fantasy XI to Xbox 360.
Didn't you just say that? Okay. Thank you, Yoichi Wada.
Close collaboration.
Now, he was talking about, like, just Square games in general will be coming out to the Xbox.
Yeah.
As a company that is dedicated to expanding the boundaries of what is possible in the world of video games.
Wonder how long
Square Enix
11 had been out. I'm gonna have to check. Maybe like a year or two at this point.
I mean, I think that was still, like, a big deal, like, them putting their games out on the Xbox 360, because I don't think they had anything on the Xbox. They were still pretty much dedicated to PS2. There was some stuff for the GameCube.
Yeah.
what we believe the future of video games
Yeah, because like the GameCube had Final Fantasy Crystal Chronicles
And
and stuff. But I
everybody
don't think there was
loves
anything.
Crystal Chronicles.
I don't think there was anything on Xbox.
360's superb graphics power.
I mean, maybe there was something, but it wasn't as firm of a commitment as this, where it was like, yeah, we're putting out most of our stuff.
Yeah, 2004 North America. It came out 2 years after it was in Japan. Oh no, PC was 2003.
Remember,
PlayStation 2 was 2004.
I was in a troubled youth facility, to put it mildly, during the time that this game came out. But I had a friend there who loved two things: Final Fantasy XI and making fun of pregnant chicks. He couldn't get enough of either of them.
Of course.
Anyway, he made fun of a pregnant chick who fucking belted him right in the face. It was awesome.
This was the first MMO I played. I did not get super far in it. Of course, I also didn't really understand how MMOs work, so it made an already really slow game even slower. But I bailed on it for City of Heroes when that came out.
I remember wanting to
And that
play
was
this.
one I played a lot.
I remember wanting to play that because my friend kept talking up Final Fantasy XI, but I never did get my hands on it.
On a new scale. With Xbox 360,
It's really like weird and kind of antiquated.
deliver games and experiences that are
I mean, it was before WoW, so
Yeah, I remember that being the whole thing, as WoW kind of setting the standard, and
yeah.
11 taking cues from things that were, of course, much earlier than that.
Yeah, 11 was still like in the EverQuest mold, kind of.
Really, they still didn't get it together, because 14, when that launched, was a fucking mess.
Yeah.
an integral part of daily life. With Xbox
Like, for as much as I don't really care at all about 14, I do think the story of how that game got saved is very interesting.
where bestsellers are measured
Yeah, it is.
not in the millions of units, but in the tens of millions of units. We have the passion. We have the platform. We have the product.
We have Velocity Girl.
Partners and the games. And we are inspired.
We have Beat Builder.
We have the box.
Once would have been too audacious, too bold to consider.
We have Peter Moore's pants.
You got a linebacker who's gonna break into your fucking home and take your games if he finds out they're used.
360 will be the most powerful platform in the next generation.
I keep saying 1 billion, like, I thought we were not watching the Koei Tecmo conference.
To deliver games and entertainment.
No, that's maybe next week.
Redefine what it means
Okay.
to have fun.
I still kind of want to go in order, so I actually don't know which
Yeah,
one would
yeah.
be next exactly.
Thank you very much, and join me at the party.
I guess it'd be a
I'm gonna be
Nintendo.
getting wasted.
A Nintendo thing would probably be the next one, right?
Yeah. Be the Wii one? That be the one with Ravi drums?
I think.
Hey.
Like,
Get strogified. Yep, there it is. They showed the strongification.
It's all jokerification nowadays, but back in the day, it was strongification. That was the...
That's right. Reject modernity. Return to tradition.
Return to Strogdition. No, that's not good.
Yeah, well, that was... Okay. Weird they just have this... I guess that's the only footage they have at the darkness so far.
I rented The Darkness, watched all of To Kill a Mockingbird, and then I took it back.
Hey, this is cheaper than just renting the movie.
Oh,
I
they
can
didn't
watch it
have
on
the
this
movie.
tiny screen. Oh.
I was like, I got a hankering for some Gregory Peck. I think I'll pick up The Darkness. I have fond memories of playing this with you, specifically the part with the bats and like the light and leading the light around and constantly freaking you out by pulling the light like just away enough. You can
I just thought you sucked. This game didn't come out, by the way.
No, when we played Gears of War 2 and I sucked ass at driving the car, that was legitimate. I was terrible at that.
Nice driving, Marcus.
That's right.
They had to show that good footage of him shooting nothing again. And I wish Frame City Killer had come out. I mean, it was probably a mess, but it looked cool. Working title. They're not gonna call the final game Dead Rising.
No,
come on.
Definitely not. That's a stupid name.
Also, why was that not anywhere earlier?
And
End was good.
Yes, I just wanted that clip of him elbowing that dude one more time.
Full auto.
But yeah,
I played
like,
a lot of full auto.
The sheer difference between these two press conferences so far, like Microsoft knew exactly how to market their stuff.
Guess what? The outfit is now backwards compatible on Xbox Series X. I don't know if you can still play it online.
I keep hoping that like I'll just get an Xbox when they start to get cheaper, but the idea of going back and playing some of these, especially online stuff with you, sounds really fun. We could play Big Bumpin', Larry.
I don't think we can.
I'll send you a copy of Big Bumpin'. I'm sure it's like $2 on eBay.
I don't think it works on the 360 as it's before. There's 99 Nights.
They should make it work. There should be support for even the bad games. I'm all about games preservation. You should be able to play Sonic 2006 on that thing, frame boosted.
Alright.
Sponsored by Spike. Remember Spike TV?
Yeah. What if we just watch this whole thing?
How much more is left?
It looks like 2 hours.
Oh, yeah, we're not doing that. I need to eat, so that's not happening. Oh, show me this penis controller.
And this is a very special year at E3 because it is the year of, can you believe it, the brand new consoles.
And Joel Gordine, our very own fan cam operator.
I can believe it. I watched the conference.
You know, he's also going to have not one, but 2 cameras strapped to his head, so you got to check back.
Oh, no.
Yeah, it's terrible.
I need to put Peter Moore's pants on this fucking controller so I don't have to look at it and make it decent.
That's right, guys.
Christ.
I'm stuck here in a dark sound booth with no video games.
Alright, that's the conference, so I guess next week we'll be back, we'll do Nintendo, and then maybe we'll move on and stream some other stuff before we get back to this. We'll at least like get the big 3 out of the way, I guess.
Yeah.
So hopefully I don't get horribly sick and miss another stream. So until then,
well,
goodbye.
odds are low.
Yeah.
Yes, gamers.